Shalom. So today I'm going to share with you how we can go deeper in the verses of the Bible, of the Torah, the Zohar, the scriptures. But going deeper, that's what we call in Kabbalah the Sod. When we study the letters, when we study the deeper meaning. So today I'm going to share with you one of the verses of Genesis 3:15. That is, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, and you shall bruise his heel. If we go deeper on these studies, and we know that in this verse, in the context of this verse, they're speaking about the serpent. What is the serpent? You go to this new age awakening and information, we carry a reptilian brain, and there's forces that we call reptilians. The reptilian brain, it's in our DNA, it's in our brain, and it's the one that is in charge of all the survival instincts, the fear base. And if we go in the esoteric world, this is the portal from which the energies of negativity enters. So usually it's in the right ear, behind the right ear, that is connected all the way to the vagus system and influence the perception of the mind and the body as well. Personally, I feel it in my right side. Some people feel it in the left side. But what is this called in this verse is as pause and awareness of your biology, what you carry in your kingdom, and how you can change this energy. And when Moshe shared this in Bereshit in Genesis, you should cross your head, the head of the serpent, awareness. So let's dive deeper on this. This verse is not only about the serpent in the garden, but the serpent within, the lower aspect of the soul tied to the reptilian brain, to the nefesh, to the animal soul. It's the brainstem that this represents the survival, the instinct, the domination, the aggression, and it's linked to the klipath. The klipath, it's the shelf, the conceptions that we create of ourselves, the influence of the opponent, of these energies that we create that constantly are influencing our life, the critic, the Satan within ourselves. And this is rooted in the right side, that is Gevurah. In the tree of life, if you look the tree of life from the Kabbalistic point of view, in the right side, right shoulder, you have Gevurah. And the story of Gevurah means judgment, strength, severity, right? But when this is unbalanced, it falls into distortion, into fear. That it's the fallen angels, the fallen Elohims. That if we go deeper, the fallen Elohims, and I love this, it's converted to Samael, the angel of the fallen angels, for that to say, for the fallen Elohims. So we need to go deeper also. What is Elohim? Elohim, it's God, or the gods that create this universe through the process of love and judgment. And some Elohims that is in the Bible. In the Bible, the first verse is God created the world. But if we go into the Hebrew, it says Elohim. Elohim created the world. These gods with love and discerning were the ones that through the words create. So it's Bereshit bara Elohim. So in the beginning, through Elohim, the world was created. Hashamayim in the heavens, Ved, Haaretz, and the earth, through the voice. So knowing this, and when we take the Zohar, that the Zohar is the interpretation of the Torah from highest minds and Kabbalists from all the time. So before that, I want to mention that is the limbic system too as well. It's tied to the nefesh, the animal soul. Our responses goes back to reactivity, positivity, our being proactive, reactive. And in the Zohar, the Bereshit teach that the serpent is the aspect of Samael, the adversary, who rode upon the serpent like a horse. He whispered into the woman through her lower getaways. Look this. This is so powerful. And this is related with the verse from the past. He whispered into the woman through her lower getaways. The temptations. And when we say the woman, it's the Shekinah. The Shekinah in Hebrew, and you can go deeper in that, and we're going to go deeper. The Shekinah, it's the divine feminine force of this experience. The interconnection with herself, and the Vina too. Vina is related to the understanding of God. So it's influenced when we have it on this reality in our body. So here, the rabbi, it's the serpent is the aspect of Samael. As I say, Samael, it's the falling angel. When transformed into the light again, is Kamael. The adversary is the one that is connected, that whispered. So your inner voices, the opponent voices, the voices that repress you every day, that are based on fear, these are the voice and the whispers of these energies that are connected to the serpent, that is the reptilian, and that is in your DNA. So what is our work here to do is to reprogram that DNA, to bring attention and awareness to that voice, to that influence, to that whisper, and claim back the getaways of our temple. Gain back the kingdom, the temple, knowing our kingdom. Okay? So I want to go a little bit deeper into every word. So, ve'eva, and enmity. Enmity means resistance, means adversity, it means like the contrast of light, opponent. There's a lot of distortion and resistance. So this was put it into our system to create that division. And I will place a sheet. If we see the gematria is 24. 24, if we make the plus here, 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 is the number of creation. 6 is the number from where God take the time to create the earth. So 6, it put an enmity into ourselves to create the conflicts of the light and the opponent. A sheet, I will place gematria 711. 1, so it's 9. 2, because if we separate 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. 9 is the cycle of closing. The cycle of closing is 6, 9. A divine decree is being set, a spiritual programming code within the human being. So literally God says here, I'm gonna implant in you, I will place in you this resistance in order for you to what? Let's see why this happened. The soul must face the serpent. This tension is part of the sacred design. We were made from that. Between you and between, let's see, but between you, the gematria is 82. 82 is connected with 10. 8 plus 2 is 10, the 10 sephiroths. So I will put it in your creation, in the 10 sephiroths. And the serpent represents the lower brain, the egoic drive, and fills desires and the door for the opponent. So between you, I'm going to put a serpent. And between, and it's mentioned here, Veika, Uvain. In Uvain and between who else? You have it. However, that's going to ripple out in the woman, in the Shekinah, in your understanding of creation. That this represents the vessel, the kli, the soul, or the Shekinah, the feminine principle of receptivity. So if we go, I'm going to go back. So between you and between the woman, I'm going to play something. And the gematria, remember, gematria is the numerology. Isha, 321, if we separate, it's 6. We go back to Shekinah, 6, the 6 days of creation, representing the vessel that took 6 days to be created. Sarahat, your seed, the seed of these forces were implanted in the woman. So we have 297. If we separate it, it gives us a number. Let's see, it's 111, 18, 18 we split it, is 1, so it's 9. 9, the number 9 is ending of cycle. You see, like after the woman that is 6, it goes again to the 9. The serpent has offsprings, reactive patterns. It was implanting that seed in us to create the distortion that we saw before. And her seeds too. It was implanted, the seeds of the serpent. However, you also have the seed of the woman. That is the Messianic light, the lineage of the righteousness, the divine spark. And if we see this beauty, it's 12. Because the gematria in Sarah, that is the name, Sarah, it's 2 plus 8 plus 2 is 10, 12. The 12 tribe of Israel, the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 month, 12 tribes. So from those 12 tribes, from those 12 signs, it comes the Messianic light from the Shekinah. Yeshuvka. So after all of this, he should crush you. Who? He, and the translation here is not just about he. Is it should crush you. You should crush that. How you're gonna crush that? Let's see. So if we see the gematria is 416. If we put it in plus, it's 11. 11 is 2. It's duality as well. Why? Because if we separate 11, 1 plus 1, it's 2. Duality. So we go back to duality. From the 12th tribe, we go to duality. And it says, literally, he shall crush you. Meaning that you need to develop through duality the discernment to see what to crush. And this is the strike of the serpent head, the awakening of the divine. How you bring this? We go to the rush, the head. The head is 501, is 6. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 6. Beautiful. The head of the serpent is a false ground, egoid, through illusion, self-exaltation. The crush of the head is to remove the dominion of illusion. And this is what all the traditions focus on. Let's focus on take out the mind that is programmed and just go back to silence and our truth. How we cut it off that head first is awareness, and that's one of the Kabbalist practice that we do, is bring cultivation of awareness of who is speaking, the opponent, these forces, the serpent, or our Messianic lineage, the light within ourselves, the Shekinah energy, and the divine creation of Elohim. Which one is speaking. That's key. The deeper we ask these questions and the deeper we crush that head of the serpent, the more we tap into ourselves. Ve'ata, and you, the serpent, refers to the lower force that strike back, but only at the heel, not the mind or the soul. 412, this means 7. It becomes a spiritual. When you go and crush the head, it's a spiritual process to the serpent. The Shefanu, you should rise him. The serpent attempts, it's going to tempt you even more. The more we realize about the serpent, the more it's going to get intenser. For me, I realized this almost quite a time ago. It's been a process of the deeper I realize about the influence that comes from my right side, and it comes from the reptilian brain that I'm reprogramming, and it's reprogrammed. It comes, and the more I realize at the beginning, the more intense we come. The serpent is going to attempt to drag you back. But it says, but only wounds the heel, never the roots. It doesn't go to the root anymore, because now you have the awareness. It cannot go and hide again. A kef means the heel. But deeper than the heel, it's, and the gematria, let me go to the gematria, is 172. If we put it, it's 10, the 10 Sephiroth. The heel represents the body and base consciousness, the place where the serpent attacks. And if we go to the stories in Troya, it was Achilles' heel, how he died, through the heel, the weakness of the men. It's the heels. So it's going to strike back through your weakness. However, as we cultivate that, it's not have the same power than before. It's going to drive back and attack. But our process and spiritual cultivation is to understand that we have the power and we have the seeds of God that we desire. And the more aware we are about all of these processes, the lighter becomes to us well. It becomes intenser for a time, but then it's claiming back our power. So yeah, this is the text. If we go, let me see. Yeah, this is the text for now. And as you can see, it goes deeper and deeper. This way of studying the verses is what we call SOT. S-O-T. SOT was the way from Moses shared this wisdom to a specific group that was a Kabbalistic group. It was different levels. The normal level is the Peshat. That the Peshat, it's the literally meaning, the story behind, okay, comes and okay. So you read it and you take maybe the story, but that's it. Then you go deeper to the remes and the temas, and then you go to the analogies, the metaphors, the stories. And when you go to Sod, this is the way that Sod goes. And you can go even deeper when you took the numerology. I just want to share this as an introduction for you to integrate how we can navigate the Bible, the Torah, as we call it, and these books, these ancient books that carry information. And Genesis, the Bereshit, carries the codes of creation. From the beginning of how Elohim's created the world to the process of how the Adam was created. The Adam is the human soul, the human flesh too, and how we pass to the Adam Kadmon, that is the human of light, and what was in us, the serpent, that was there for us to create that distortion, duality, to remember our light. Okay? So beautiful. I just want to mention this last part that I forgot to tap a little bit and see the beauty of all of this. It's where is it? So remember, her seeds, the seeds that the more awareness we go, Yeshuvha, he shall crush you. The more awareness we bring, it's gonna bring you more intensity because now you're seeing it. The more awareness you give to it, and you finally see, oh my God, this is not me. This is influencing me. This is not my nature. It's part of my codification for me to codify back to the light. Oh, let me go deeper. So in that deeper, they gonna say, oh, this influence. Okay, you see me. So now I'm gonna go give you all that it can for me to hide. Because the opponent, this influence, don't like to be seen. They're very subtle sometimes. So I'm just sharing this because we are light warriors. We are light workers. We are here to awaken and share this with the world. And this knowledge, this deep knowledge from the ancients, from the rabbis, from the people that dedicate their life to study creation without the influence of the external world, share this. It's now up to us to adapt it and integrate into this new age and share it. And share it with our loved ones and dive deeper on these studies. And most importantly, is bringing it into living wisdom, meaning that we don't do anything like if we just take this information. We must apply it. So what I share with you, how you can apply into your life, is awareness of the opponent. Who is speaking? Pause. What a pleasure. I feel a voice influencing my decisions. I wake up in the morning and there's always stress, there's always influence, I'm not good enough. All of these voices that is not you and it's not the real you, because you are an Elohim, meaning that you are a creator, that you create through your voice and through your actions you bring into reality. How that be that you're not enough? Are you driven by fear? So now pay attention. Where in your body you feel it? Where is that voice coming from? For me, right side of the ear. And the more I say it, the more they realize and it moves the energy. And I am in the process of reprogramming, restructuring. Okay? So beautiful. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next one. Please follow. You also have the link for the next Kabbalah Foundation class that we're going to do in Orlando, Florida on August. And also, we're planning to open it online. So I keep you posted about that. Send us a DM on Instagram. I'm going to leave the links if you want to be part of the group in WhatsApp. So you can ask for the link, and in the WhatsApp group we share about this wisdom as well. And most important, let's keep walking. Okay? Shalom, shalom. Many blessings and love. Keep walking in the light.